sure everything vPilot's going to come through my headphones. Settings, audio, second output. Sim brief, no flights, new flight from sim brief, import that, very good. Open charts.
So I'm almost there. Stream should be live now anyway. Hello, Will's on the William's on the old chat already.
Right then.
Just popping some bits on Discord servers, like the live stream channels and things. I haven't even set the flight deck up yet.
Yeah, I'll just get batteries on and whatnot and...
Where's he? YouTube bits.
I got... Oh, it's the aircraft.
I'm in so many servers, it's ridiculous. And I only ever check 2. Ooh, I can't use that one. The Microsoft Flight Simulator server's got specific rules on there that only allow you to sort of allow 2 things in a week. William, you can hear... let's see. You can hear Callum from the Discord server, who's spawned next to us. So here we go, we're in New Zealand. Topa Sky. Just need to set up a few of the little bits.
I shouldn't be too long. I've got my flight plan already punched in, as one might say.
NZWN to NZNS. NZCH for diversion.
Into CDI from goals FMS. They use hectopascals over here, don't they? They're not inches of mercury people.
I'm not actually sure, to be totally honest with you. Let's get some power. Oh dear.
Set score for 2000.
It is David, yeah. It's for UK FlyUK. We should have power.
I have power. Turning some lighting
up. I'm trying to work my way around this. I haven't got a clue. Let's turn some switches up and see what happens. Flood and things. Bear with me.
That's interesting, is it? Right, I'm ready to start my engine, so let's just go over to Unicom and declare one's intention. Not that I think anybody's on the ground here. Also checks vPilot as well. Oh no, this is bug. Where if you put your yoke and whatnot in, it kills FS running. So I'm gonna have to restart it. I forgot to put my things in. You still there? Still with me? Hello?
Oh, I'm back. Oh, I just had to take a call. We're just waiting for Callum, I think. You restarting the sim?
Yeah, I'm restarting the sim, yeah, it's got a bug with it where if you plug in your whole parts and whatnot, it's like, it's toxic system, like one might say. I apologise.
So that's the engine on, although I didn't shout clear prop, and the engine started. So now it's shut down. Brilliant. Let's see. That's probably why, because I didn't have the fuel tanks on. Give me the Airbus again. Whose idea was it to fly the Cessna?
Oh, well, look at me.
Right, there we go. Clear prop. Let's try again. Fired into life.
More than 2 minutes or so.
That's alright. So ignition norm. Let's continue there. We've got our flight plan in the Garmin 1000 already. So zoom out. Head north towards Palmerston North, and then we turn left, head across to the Southern Island. And then we've got the Gusto arrival for Nelson, just at the very north tip of the Southern Island of New Zealand. Quite a nice little route. I was doing some of these for FlyUK when I started the sim.
Very, very scenic, yeah.
Ah, your aircraft is not in a suitable state to start your flight. So let's turn the engine off again. God's sake.
I know, I've done it once or twice. It's like I've set it up perfectly, and then this comes along. It's like,
right, let's kill the fuel tanks. So with the virtual airline, guys, for those of you who aren't familiar, you have to start cold dark with the engine off. In order for you to be able to have the hours count. Still going. I'm not sure why. Let's just cut the fuel. I mean, I've got mixture, fuel shut off, everything killed, and we've still got the engine buzzing away.
put your mixture.
That might be why. I might have had.
Yeah. That red one, make sure it's nice and fully cut off.
There we go. I had the starter motor on, so it was just ticking over. Honestly, give me fly by wire. Right, so now I can actually start recording with SkyTrack for the actual FlyUK things. And we need to go. Let's see. What are these? Max prop RPM, fuel on, throttle. We want that back in, and we need the fuel tanks back on. And that's all good again. And clear prop for me as well.
There we are. I'm in the main menu. Load save. Load.
We're getting there, guys.
We're getting there. We'll get there eventually. That one's all gone in nicely. I'll see if delivery's gone in. Whether it still wants to be a pain in the neck.
I can't even remember how to fly this with the. I remember I had issues with the autopilot last time, but I've not even used this mod.
Autopilot issues.
Let's have a little look at our METAR. So we've got QNH of 1012.
There we are, 30 seconds and my sim will be loaded.
How'd you change the barometer readings in this?
Yeah, David, it's a very nice aircraft overall to fly. Very, it's fast, gets the job done, but it's nice, just a bit more simplistic in a way, I guess. But then again, it's a bit more hands-on as well, because you've not got autothrottle and whatnot. So.
Do you know how to change the? Do you know how to change the barometer from inches?
You can, and this is something that the G1000 mod is good at. So if you want to go PFD, or is it MFD? It's PFD, and then and then you should go to alt units, and you can just change it over to.
Oh yes, there we go.
That gives you inches of, not inches.
That is much better.
That's one good thing that the mod does change.
Let's put a little wind reading on there, and we want.
Right, so we go effect. Cool. You should see me momentarily.
CDI, we want GPS for this for now.
What time are you flying on?
It was 7th. Oh, let's have a little look actually on the. It's 7:48 exactly now in my sim. Local.
Cool. We'll get Rex booting. Shot synthesis.
Yeah, we've got the G1000 mod, David. First time I've actually trying it out. It was Callum's idea to sort of have a little look at this.
Oh yeah, it's amazing what it does.
Taxi recognition on, and we need to. Oh, where's the radio stack bits? Is it this one? Yeah, 122 decimal 8. And I'm not sure if that's going to be. Let's have a little look at vPilot. So that's telling me I'm tuned into Unicom correctly.
Right, engine start, good start, no cold start. Everything's rising nicely, all in the green. We've got a good start.
I don't know if fuel fluid control backup should be on, so I'll just stick it on for now. Well, I'm ready to go. Ready to taxi.
I will be momentarily. Let me just do the final setting up. Make sure when is recording, which is.
So I can't remember what Callum's call sign is, but my call sign today is Skyway 6143.
And I am Skyway 6149.
There we go.
Right, let me just put some lighting on.
Those of you who aren't part of any VA, I can highly recommend it. It's like extra immersion in the sim and things. It's quite nice to be able to do.
Lots of different routes and aircraft to fly them, you're not sure.
Yeah. They've just changed the winter schedule as well, actually, haven't they? They've just put a load of winter routes in for us. FlyUK is definitely, for us folk in the UK anyway, it's probably the best virtual airline you can join. I did sign up to the British Airways Virtual the other day, but I've just got absolutely nowhere with it. They require you to pay for the SFU IPC things, and that's about. Well, I'm not really sure how much that is actually. Oh, that was. I thought I was going to crash to desktop then.
Ooh.
I'm still in.
Right, let me, I'm on Unicom, so let me just say over on Unicom. Hello, Wellington traffic, Sky 6149, over on Stand 7, ready for push and start with the company to my left-hand side.
Let's see. You came out nice and clear actually on there.
Very good.
So it's interesting. It's told me I'm at stand 5, but when I look at the actual ground map, I'm apparently at stand 73.
Wow.
Cool.
We're all the ones on the ground.
Yeah.
Although I can manage with Navigator charts, so.
Wellington traffic, Skyway 6143, stand 73, ready to taxi.
Are you going to push back, or are you just going to do like a nice sharp turn?
I'm just going to turn, just because of the nose wheel needing to be connected. So I've got the prop already on, haven't I? So where are we taxiing? Runway 34, I think, isn't it? And Wellington traffic, Skyway 6143, taxiing to runway 34.
Skyway 6149, also taxiing to runway 34.
Do you want to go first?
Well, that's up to you. I shall have to go first, depending on...
Go on, you go first, I'll let you go ahead.
Okay.
Then you can watch yourself take off on the stream. Yeah, Mark, I get instant... The minute there's a stutter that lasts more than a second, I get instant panic that I'm going to crash the desktop. And especially when you've got everything in your flight plan ready to go as well. We've actually been... I think we've spent about an hour now planning this. And it's only a short 40-minute hop. So I just get filled with dread.
Right, let me just do final checks.
Those of you new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you click the subscribe button. You know, I might line up behind you on the runway. I'll take the next intersection.
I'm just doing final things, setting my things to nav and whatnot, so I can go over to autopilot as of necessary.
Stick all the lights on. Strobes, lights, landing. Engine's good. We've got flaps set to take off as well.
2000 to start with. Wellington traffic, Sky 6149, departing runway 34.
Wellington traffic, Skyway 6143, lining up number 2, departing runway 34. Cool, there we go. I'll let you head in.
Okay. I was wondering who that was, anything but...
It's good to see I've managed to get the FlyUK liveries and bits in the model matching as well.
Oh, that's a terrible lineup. that was full right rubber and full
Off he goes.
And it, right, there we are, 50%.
God, I can't get used to these the new viewpoint in this.
And that's stable, full throttle. Takeoff power set.
And I've got thrust set as well.
That's 80 knots. Waiting for 95 and we'll rotate. And there we are.
Slight crosswind on the across the runway. I don't know, William. I was just letting him get on with it. And rotate, and I'm up as well. Go flaps set to neutral.
2. Trim for that lock. Bit compare. That coming.
I'm literally right up you. I'm so close I can actually see the words Topa.
Oh god.
I can't even remember how to turn the autopilot on this.
It's on, you see your alt select and heading and whatnot, it's one of the little tricky buttons on the top right. On like the multi-control panel, whatever it's called in Airbus and TP.
Yeah, we are in Wellington, yeah. When so if I turn autopilot on now, there we go, that's on. Your damper I thought should automatically come on. Maybe it already has.
I think there's an issue with it, that when I click it, it doesn't like illuminate like white or whatever it is, so I think there's a bug with it in that regard.
And I want nav mode on, don't I?
Make sure your CDI set to FMS1 or GPS, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I've got that on GPS, and then I can go alt select vertical speed mode, I think. He says, as I make it up. Oh.
Landing lights can come off, and just keep the record working. Lights on.
Let's do.
What a beautiful departure.
Yeah, people on the stream aren't really enjoying it because I'm still battling with the aircraft. Let's see, that'll do. Let's have a little look outside. Oh, half bank, good point, good idea. And really I should have the flight director on as well. What's your airspeed?
About 110-ish.
Okay, I think I'm about the same.
It's a good climb out-ish kind of speed.
Some stunning scenery.
Oh, it is absolutely gorgeous.
So when I started in the sim with FlyUK, I had to fly all of these routes to hours build. So the very first few videos I've ever done on the channel actually were all just recorded with me flying around New Zealand silently, but it wasn't on VATSIM or anything like that, but it was absolutely stunning. But I was doing all the Christchurch, Wellington, Palmerston North, which is just on our right hand side now, and then Mount Cook and a few other bits, which Mount Cook's stunning. I'd definitely recommend flying into there at least just to have a little look. And then we've got Nelson just off on our 9 o'clock in the distance. It's a nice short little hop actually, to be fair. Pretty sure I should have been turning by now.
Sometimes it's a bit of a... it'll fix itself.
There we go. Well, I've just saw on the Garmin that we've completely overshot the turn, and I'm still flying straight.
I'll see if it's self-corrects. If not, I will do a heading. In fact, I'll get a heading select ready to go. Because it still thinks we're on that leg, so as soon as it's waiting for the next bit to come to like the lights. There we are, there's my turn started. So what I've noticed is with this flight simulator, for some reason that like the lines in between waypoints, the go directly and then out, the like kind of find a curve of best fit without going. So you'd think, why is it extending past? It's flying to the waypoint, but the line's kind of finding a best fit.
I mean, I'm still flying straight.
And you're overtalking your engine by the looks of things as well. But then so am I.
Where have you gone?
I'm not that. On the left here, I'm doing like almost a 90 now.
Okay, so my nav definitely isn't working. So I'm going to go ahead and just select manual heading select. There we go, let's bring that speed back a little bit.
Bit of a
So you saying I might need to select something else? I've got GPS set on the.
It'll do it automatically. It's waiting for the leg. It's waiting for the waypoint. Now you are, there's your turn.
Okay.
Doing a heading select.
I was doing a heading select then, but I've selected nav again, and it seems to continue to turn. It's a very odd way of it dealing with the route, I must admit. David, I'd definitely recommend that VA. It is really good, actually. To be fair, I don't even know where you've gone, Callum. I've got some amazing fog building in actually now.
I've got Rex Skyforce, and I'm just completely surrounded in volumetric fog.
So I've got unreal weather again for this.
So I suppose in retrospect it's exactly the same thing as what Rex does, but for training.
Yeah.
It's 8,000 feet. I've got the one that changes over to flat level over here. Well, we'll see what flat level 8 is now.
Have you passed the coast yet?
I've just started my coast now.
So you literally must be. I should be able to see you.
I'm just going to add some.
Can you still see me in your sim?
Let me just pop to outside view. With the cat, there we are. I mean, I'm just completely surrounded by fog, so visibility isn't easiest.
Yeah, it's going to make an interesting approach anyway, if it stays like this.
Well, for me, what Rex is putting in is basically I'm just in complete cloud/fog.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what it's starting to build for myself as well, actually. Nice to do something different though.
Well, I'm approaching 10,000 now, just to give that separation, because you said you were going to 80. Whatever
You must be directly above me then.
Directly above you somewhere.
I hope this weather clears up for the approach.
Do you want me to get a meta long?
Yeah, go on then.
Too much different.
Is there anything we need to input for the approach in this Cessna Caravan?
One good thing.
God, I'm literally zero viz now.
The ILS we could sync in now.
Yeah, it just doesn't have an ILS at Nelson.
Oh, does it not? Well, it's.
It was RNP or VOR. So I've selected RNP. GPS.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot more accurate than just the VOR arrival.
Yeah, I mean I literally can't see anything below me now, and it's getting to the point where I can't see anything above either.
Well, yeah, the best bit. Oh yeah, the cloud cut off is about the same.
There we go, and there's some ice appearing on the engine and things. So have I got all the icing on?
Below all like your smoking and strokes and whatnot.
Cabin heat and all that's not working, that's fine, and all this is on already. Let's turn anti-ice on high for now.
Let me have a look at the charts then for.
What's the ICAO for Nelson again?
November Zulu, November Sierra.
That's the one.
Approach. Which was it? 02, did you say?
Yep. So we've got two VOR options. So if this was the Airbus, I'd quite happily do the VOR.
What could you have your synthetic vision just to help out with terrain avoidance?
That's the other thing with the Airbus, at least, is we've got the terrain radar as well. I don't know how people fly this in the real world in conditions like this. It takes some skill.
It would do, I suppose it would. Just hope you have your synthetic vision all working all today. And then just making sure you know your minimum sector altitude.
Yeah. I suppose that's the beauty of this G1000 glass cockpit, isn't it? With that synthetic vision, you can actually sort of map the ground around you.
Look, you've also got, I think you have a weather radar, if I'm not mistaken. If you go to...
I think there is, yeah.
Yeah, map, and then next rad gives you something or other. Yeah, it does.
So for you guys on the stream, I'm just going to bring up the, if I can anyway, the window capture for, let's see. So I can bring, at least show you guys the charts as well. For our approach to Nelson. Here we go. So I'm using Chrome, so I can't do my usual draw over the page trick that I like to do. But we're flying at Gusto 2 Alpha arrival. That I've sort of tried to highlight there. We're not flying in via Dalkey, we're just going direct into Gusto, which is at the right hand side of your screen. And then we're going to fly in towards that SNED, which is the initial approach feature, which is at the very bottom left of the screen there. Once we're committed into there, we'll be turning left, heading at 126 degrees, and it's telling us there we need to descend through 3,600 to 3,300 feet, and then at Tumgo we're turning left for the initial finals into Islop, Patru, and then in.
Just on looking at your chart and Navigraph with the latest one, it marries up perfectly.
Does it?
Yeah.
Good, and this one's free. This is effective 12th of September 2019 at the bottom. Not sure what date you have.
Although for me, with Navigraph, it makes it all easier. I can find the right page, because for you, you've got to scroll through 20, 30 pages sometimes. I can just type in and then go to the tab and what I'm looking for.
That's it.
If you're not bothered in having to scroll through and find the right page, then yeah, use a free chart.
I'm really tempted just to get rid of some of this weather and clear up the sky a little bit.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Some turbulence.
I'm getting a bit of turbulence as well.
I mean, it looks like from you, where you'd be about 10,000 feet, it looks like you'd be clear of the cloud, potentially.
I mean, I've only just broken through the cloud.
Yeah, see, I'm dusting through it, which is not great. I can sort of see through down below. But I still definitely can't see you anywhere. Might have a little look on my VATSPy app as well, actually. VATScan. It's a free app on Android that I use. Might see if we'll be on there. Papua New Guinea, New Zealand.
Are you doing Arnav Z or Arnav Yankee?
I did Arnav Yankee, I think it was. Smaller, smoother of the two options. Arnav Zulu took you a little bit further south, I think, if I remember from planning. Those of you who haven't flown around New Zealand yet, I'd definitely recommend you could start from Wellington, you could then head down to Nelson, fly across the mountain range to Christchurch, head to Queenstown, which in Premium Deluxe is a handmade airport, and it is stunning. and then I would highly recommend trying heading up from there to Mount Cook. Mount Cook's probably the most beautiful airport on the sim, actually, to be fair, from where we've flown into. And if you're looking at a virtual airline, I definitely recommend FlyUK. You'll be able to then do these routes and have it sort of build towards hours. I mean, since August, I've smashed the hours with FlyUK, and I've managed to get to was it Class A Captain? So now I can, if I wanted to, I can fly the 747-8 in the sim and things like that. But
I just had the biggest panic. So I've had Rex. I think I know why. Let me just make sure the Rex is.
yeah, I'm having a little look on SimAware, and I've looked on VATScan, and we're not appearing on either of those.
According to VATScan, we are showing up on VATScan. So not VATScan even on PC.
I can't see any of the stuff I use. I can't see us. I've just changed my transponder code just to sort of see. I've put it down to 2000, which is, to be fair, being a little IFR trip, I should have set. Mount Cook hasn't got ILS, but do it on a nice day, set your weather nice, and then just sort of fly in manually, and you won't really need it. But it's basically a small little airstrip, but it's stunning to fly in. You fly over this crystal bright blue lake, and some incredible scenery as well.
I'm now using that. I've moved over to my weather and it's clearing up for me now.
Yeah, same here actually. And potentially I might, let's have a little look at the range. How far have we got?
Yeah, I need to have a look at
so the star is telling us we need to be at Gusto at 5,500.
right out.
So I'm going to initiate a really gentle descent.
I'll do like a 500 foot a minute kind of job.
Yeah.
Oh, that now, can't we?
And then it's 4,300 by Good Key. And then it's down to 3,400 by SNED. And at least then, I think if we start to descend at least, we should start to punch below the cloud base. It's weird to see that Nelson have got holding patterns. I didn't think it was that much of a big airport. Perhaps it is. The fact they've got SIDS and stars, which suggests it's used for sort of domestic Air New Zealand routes.
Overlay the chart on the map. Max 240 knots, so I don't think we're going to be breaching that in this aircraft. Funnily enough, I haven't got any altitude restriction for... Oh no, I do, yes. It's hiding.
Did you say you're through the cloud, or you're just gaining for better visibility?
Broken out of the clouds. So there's a break in the clouds at roughly. There's some clouds below me. I'm at 9,000 feet. So there's some clouds at 10,000 ish. And there's some clouds at 4,000 ish.
So that's interesting. So I'm with Unreal Weather. I've got just like fog and mist, which is stunning. But it's interesting to see that there's a difference there between Unreal Weather and Rex.
No, on Rex. There were some issues because we forgot to just reinstalled it to change more of the gradually rather than one shot.
Yeah.
Absolutely murder. So the panic I just had then was about 40-second just structure of nothingness, and I thought, oh god. I waited. I thought patience is a virtue, and about 40 seconds later, it's like works again. So it's obviously slowing the next chunk. I was thought, oh god, this is one of my first crashes in this. It's like, come on, you pick now out of all time.
Hello Kevin, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you tuning in again. Yeah, FlyUK is fantastic. I think it's the main one in the UK actually, to be fair. There are people as far as sort of like the Middle East that are part of FlyUK, from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, I'm part of both the Discord and the Teams and lots of stuff. It's definitely, it's nice and smooth, so they're only required to do one pirate per month or an hour VFR kind of thing a month, so there's a bit of a thing you've got to follow, but other than that, it's loads of routes, loads of aircraft. You progress very quickly, especially with the new sim, it makes life a lot easier as well. You can progress up, and as soon as the CRJ from Aerosoft comes out, then there'll be an aircraft that'll be available to fly, because that's the aircraft that FlyUK uses. Yeah,
that'd be good. And once we get some sort of study level, like Quality Wing 787 or something like that, then that'll open up some more routes. The 737 would be a good one if we had that in the sim. FlyUK operate that through Bristol, which is an airport I love.
MDT's making an 737, but also I love the Clint guy who does all the mega pack stuff, doing a lot of freeware and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see the PNDG.
Yeah, the only thing with that aircraft mega pack thing that they've created is I think they're trying to make sure it stays fairly legit, but I know there's been copyright issues with the A330. I just hope that they don't make the same mistake with the 757 and those sort of things.
They put in inverted commas misread of the license.
Yeah. Which is an indirect way of saying they messed up.
Yes. Kind of polite way.
Yeah. I mean, for me, if you're not sure, then normally you don't do it.
Yeah.
Until you've been told a clear and obvious yes. But no, I think they're building their own one from scratch now apparently anyway, which will be quite good.
Yeah.
For me, the one that they're doing that I'm watching the most is the 757. That's the big one for me.
The A350 will be very cool as well. What's that cruising?
Yeah, that's a big one. I really want one of those in the sim.
Yeah, I was looking at all these imported ones. It's like, it's cool, but I'm not bothered in getting this FSX imported and then
No.
I only want to find new stuff in this sim. I don't want.
Yeah.
That's why I personally didn't get in this 747-400 miles over, because I know it's imported over, so I didn't bother.
Yeah.
But if look,
Or the A321 that they Canadian mods have created. I've not even used that yet because it still requires the stable version of the A321X mod, which is actually quite far behind the progress that they've made so far. And I can't really, being a QA tester, I can't then go back to the stable and just use that because I'm testing all the new stuff going into the development version as well. So it sort of takes me away from QA testing. But this sort of flight is quite nice to do every now and again. Splits it up, breaks it up, and it's nice to go to a different region of the world as well.
I mean, when I was in P3D, I was only really buying stuff for UK scenery and stuff around it, very close. So at no point did I ever really venture in America, nor did I venture anywhere else.
Yeah.
For across the plan this year, I had to buy Atlanta Hartsfield because I wanted to do it in distributor last time. So I did the Vision Atlantic 747 from Atlanta to Manchester. That was very, very cool flight.
Those of you tuning in, I'm not sure if you're on the Discord, but make sure you join the Discord server. There'll be some, potentially in the next 2 weeks, a big announcement and potentially some sort of giveaway, but though the details of that are still being worked out. But it's going to be quite a big announcement when it does come. So make sure you tune in here, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you join the Discord for all the latest information for that.
I'm hitting Gunso pretty much now. 5,000.
So you're behind me then, so I'm actually, I've already overflown Gusto. I'm almost at Rildo.
What's the next waypoint restriction?
Let's have a little look. Rildo, and then just descending down to Good Key. It's 4,300 feet. So I'm going to go to vertical speed, and I'm going to go 600 foot per minute. I'm finally now punching below the cloud, or below the fog at least, the overcast sort of fog.
Yeah, there's a lot of
just turning at Rildo now.
Give it like they're saying, like 10 years of support and all the third party. Can't wait to see what this thing's going to grow into.
Yeah, everyone moaned at FSX when that came out, and it was pretty bare. I've never had X-Plane or anything like that, so I'm not sure what they were like when they launched. But they're all going to have problems.
I've always told people, if you're wanting a flight sim, and put a little bit of brass on it, then X-Plane. If you're wanting a full overall, you've got money to spend kind of thing, and go from 3D.
Yeah. I mean, for this as well, with a lot of the default scenery, this is incredibly detailed.
Oh, well, I suppose it's the satellite imagery that is option.
Yeah.
And also, all the prices for the third-party fan check looks it's a lot cheaper than what 3D normally is, so it's quite nice, Sunia that's normally about £25–30 in this instance, in this game, it's about, well, should I say, same as what, 15 quid, so.
So I'm on the way to Atres now. I've passed Rildo.
I've just overflying in Rildo now.
Love the scenery around here. 4,200. Come up to 4,300 now, capturing that. And I'm halfway between Rildo and Atres. I'm not sure if I can still see you. Oh yeah, I can see your lights in the background, actually. I'm not sure how I've overtaken you. I'll take that. What I might do is I might do a little orbit so you can land ahead. I'm tempted to try and do a formation landing.
Oh God, don't trust me with that.
Well, you land normally, and I'll try and land right behind you. I've not done any sort of formation flying for years, but we can give it a go. I'll just sort of fly. I'll manage myself around your position. You fly as you would normally.
Well, I suppose it also helps. I do a lot of other games. War Thunder do quite a bit of.
Yeah, there you go.
In that, so I suppose I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit too much. Right, let me just check the charts. Good key at above 8,000.
To be fair, my next one at Bepney on ChartFox says at or above 6,000.
Yeah, Bepney is 6,000. Good keys at 8,000 or above.
I'm going to stay at this 4,300 until SNED then. I'll have a look at the other chart actually, see what it says on there.
I'll have a look at what's...
So it's interesting, the star approach for the RMP says SNED 3,000, TUMGO 3,300. and SNED at 3,600. I'm hitting quite a bit of turbulence here.
Let me go. Procedures even. Select approaches that arrive off. Never remember.
For the RMP you want approach.
Thank you.
I'm turning at Atres now.
Yankee. 5-2 Zulu, that's the one. Or doing Yankee or doing Zulu again, sorry.
Yankee I've selected. There's that shorter loop.
Transition at something or another. Don't want to transition at Quay. Oh, transition. Neither of them really. But in mid-ed is my transition. I wonder why they've not had a selection where you say I don't want to use the transition, you've got to use a transition, but
Yeah.
I don't want to use the transition.
So what I've just noticed, I'm not sure if it's going to be on your Garmin as well. That RMP that I've selected, I've got Tumgo Islop, and then it shows us flying into Nelson. But it shows that, for some reason it actually shows us going Tumgo into Nelson, then back to Islop. So something's gone wrong there with the flight plan.
Mine's showing nice and clean.
So I'm just going to have to, I think I'm just going to have to fly it manually.
Heading select it.
So we've got Nelson just on our 10 o'clock now, just off in the distance somewhere. Can't quite see it though. Ah, there it is. So I'm just passing, I can see Nelson, I'm just passing that little ridge that juts out into the ocean, that line of ground. I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to descend to 3,000.
I was going to say, Olex 3900.
David, do you tend to fly the, you're saying you sort of fly most legs on the G1000 on the chat. Do you always fly the Cessna 208 then regularly, or are you in the airliners more?
Put my on-arm approach and slippingly go.
Hmm.
Pretty perfect.
It's just the usual Asobo mess. I think you're about 3 or 4 minutes behind me.
Yeah. Stream's got about what, a minute delay, and by the looks of things we're both about the same. So I'm about a minute or so behind.
Yeah. My advice would be just to use something you're sort of comfortable with. If you're comfortable with the A320, then I'd go straight onto VATSIM with that, because it just takes if you're comfortable and familiar with that aircraft, at least it just takes some of the pressure away, because the battle's already sort of half won, if you like.
Yeah.
And then you can just focus on the RT and your route.
Because if somebody says go direct such a waypoint, or do this, do that, and you don't know how to operate it, it doesn't help. So
Yeah.
you have to understand your aircraft before So if they say be at such a waypoint at such a altitude, and you don't know how to program that in, it's not going to help.
According to the charts, we get to Tumgo level at 3,300, and then it's saying Islop. From Islop, we then start our descent. So I'm already at 3,300, and I'm turning. So that means I'm at Goodkey, inbound Bepney.
I'm about 40 seconds off, what's it, good day? Good kid, that's the one.
That's it.
Couldn't pronounce it from my life. What's it got? An approach of 026.
Nelson traffic, Skyway 6143, flight 2, inbound Bepney 3300 for runway 02.
For some reason it's gone off income. Must have a secret keybind knocked off the keyboard. Nelson traffic, Skyway 6149, flight is 2 with the other aircraft at 4,000 feet inbound, good care, and then afterwards is Bepney.
How far are you off Goodkey?
I'm turning now.
Oh, perfect.
Now.
So you're literally maybe like 2 minutes away. Kevin, definitely the scenery is stunning in New Zealand. If you've got the sim, I'd definitely recommend, even if it's offline, just flying around New Zealand for a bit, because it's probably one of the nicest areas on the sim to fly about. Again, I definitely recommend visiting Mount Cook, which is pretty much directly ahead of us in the mountains, directly ahead, further towards Queenstown, and I'd just sort of fly visually around there. Yeah, the 172 and the Caravan are nice for little hops, and a bit of GA flying every now and again. Once we get to 500 subscribers as well, the group flight we're going to organise is going to be based on GA light aircraft. Although there aren't going to be any restrictions on what aircraft people want to fly, but I'll be probably in a Caravan, Cessna Caravan, or a TBM for that. But definitely, I mean, I'll spend most of my life in the A320neo on the sim. I wish I could spend more time in the Dreamliner, to be honest, but it just doesn't work well enough.
Yeah, it's a shame that we've bought it and it's not up to scratch now.
Yeah.
Also not complaining, it's a bit of a, we've only,
The development for that as well, that 787XE, that's ground to a halt a little bit, which is disappointing, but everything's encrypted for them.
It's all encrypted, so obviously they have to go to Microsoft and say, can we have the keys and whatnot to unlock this?
Yeah,
so.
and they're going to say no, because it's going to conflict with Quality Wings building one. A honeycomb will be perfect for this. Yeah, William, yeah, roll up in your 747. I expect someone will turn up in a Dreamliner. That seems to be a theme on whenever I've seen group flights. There's always a Dreamliner pop up to a tiny airstrip that it can't fly into. But that'll be fun. Honeycomb Yo could be perfect for this, although I haven't got that.
Could also do some bush flying sometimes as a good flight, very fun.
Yeah.
Different.
The Croatian leg bush legs are beautiful in the sim. The pre-built ones. I need to try the new version of that 747 Salty sim. Hopefully it's much improved compared to last time. I flew in that 747.
They've not changed that much that would help VATSIM wise.
Yeah.
So I still don't think it's complete to plan VATSIM, unfortunately.
Yeah, last time I just found there were a lot of delays and issues with the FMC programming your route and everything, direct to waypoints and everything like that. It just seemed too difficult.
Yeah, I tried out of just randomly wanted to do the 787 the other day, and couldn't do direct, couldn't change my flight plan, this, that, and the other. There's
Yeah.
a load of issues that just makes it completely incompatible to do VATSIM stuff, unless I was doing something wrong, which I doubt, because
Yeah.
I've like lots of binds and stuff myself, so.
Kevin, definitely recommend joining us for that group flight. It's going to be fun. We don't need to. It's not going to be done properly. It's going to be on the normal sim multiplayer. I'm going to have to deactivate autopilot now because I'm at that left turn and it's trying to turn me right. So I'll be flying it manually from here. But yeah, fly whatever you fancy really for that group flight. 208 TBM, King Air, Cessna 172. Have a little play around in it. I'm not going to be great, as we can see from today's trip. I'm not the best at flying these. The only aircraft I've ever flown have been GA as well, so you'd think I'll be pretty much comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fly a wide base leg so that you can sort of catch up and follow that route line on the flight plan, and then I should, if all works out, I should be able to intercept you a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Just having a look at this.
Just need to try and reset this trim. That's trim up.
Should I go direct to OLED?
Where's that?
So I'm bound mid-ebb at the moment, so I might go a bit more.
So at SNED, I've had an issue where it's swung me right. You could go. What's the one after SNED? Tumgo. You could go direct to Tumgo and cut that leg in. Nelson traffic, Skyway 6143, left base for runway 02.
Quite got a crosswind from the right from a current position, so it should straighten up a bit more for the arrival. So
Good.
I'm doing a base, it's not a base kind of thing at the moment, so.
The checklist being more basic, David, that's surprising because I remember seeing on the aircraft config files when I was building all of my model matching, all of the checklists referenced the 747. So it was as if a Sobo had just built all of the checklists for the 747 and then deleted bits for the Airbus ones. But I must admit, I don't tend to use checklists myself. I don't want to say I wing it, but I've sort of found my nice little routine of working around the aircraft, and I sort of get used to that.
Landing lights coming on.
I can see you on your base leg now, turning off in the distance.
Sorry, 6149 Nelson traffic is inbound OLED. As soon as I turn OLED, I'll come back on course.
Did you have the Zulu RNAV approach programmed, or?
Yankee.
Ah,
It's put it in the sim, it wants you to always fly a transition, so even if you just want to go direct waypoint,
odd.
start of the transition, you've got to transition kind of onto the arrival.
So I'm just going to do a right-hand orbit now by, is it Tumgo? So I'll let you catch up.
I'm turning now onto Oslo.
That wasn't on my sim, so I'm not really sure what that is.
Oh, it's one of the second to last arrival waypoints.
Okay. Can you see me dead ahead of you at your 1 o'clock? Slightly below.
Stand by, I've got a bit of a cloud obstruction.
Almost,
altitude?
maybe 2 o'clock actually now, 2,300 feet. I'm just flying it manually around, like chilling.
Oh yeah, I've got this. Do you want me to land in first?
Yeah, you go first. You can watch yourself land on the stream then as well. And I'm going to try and intercept you and fly. I'm going to try and fly in right behind if I can.
I don't need to do anything.
There you are. You're right above me now, almost.
Send.
So I'm on an extended finals now. And there we are. I can see you right above.
I'm gonna hot that speed up a bit. I'm gonna continue to check my shots.
Nelson traffic, Skyway 6143, extended number 2 to land, visual runway 02.
Let's look at 2000.
I can see them approach lights off in the distance actually now as well. What's your airspeed?
124. I'm going to be dropping that in once I kind of get to Oslo. Also put 2000 pretty much, and then 2 nautical miles to R2 is 1100.
Okay, so we are ready to land.
I'm going to go full RPM.
Make sure you click that subscribe button, folks, those of you new to the channel. I'm getting nice and close to you now.
Let me go back to outside the camera and see if I can have a full search.
You'll see me right behind you.
Oh yeah, I've got this. Stop looking at the speed down. Well, I'll just keep flying this and so am I taking the left or the right bit of the runway if you're doing a parallel, or do you want to do it a bit staggered? You just want to do it a bit staggered.
What would you prefer?
We'll do it with a bit of staggering. I'll go more on the right hand side of the runway then.
Okay, and I'll do left.
Okay.
I have moved to your right hand side, but that's because I've just found that we're not even flying in straight for the runway. So the RMP approach on the sim is completely wrong.
Yeah, stuff like that's got to be ironed out.
Mm.
But then I've got a Navigraph data imported into the sim, so it's not actually using the nav blue, it's using what Navigraph is saying.
Yeah.
So again, there'll be discrepancies in that most likely.
See, I've still got the nav blue. That's the one that's built into the sim, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's totally wrong. So there's another approach, and it was FF02 and Potier, and that seems to be straight in and correct. What's your airspeed currently?
110ish, I'm in white band.
Okay, good, yeah. I'm bang on 110 as well, actually.
I'm going to fly this Viz. I'm going to go visual. As soon as I'm at this cloud, I'm going Viz. Yeah, I got Viz, and that's also pilot my controls. Does this have reverse? I'm pretty sure it has beta, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It does, yeah. Right, there we are. I've not even got a DMA, so I'm just going to say Sky 6149 Nelson traffic is on a final now from runway 34. What is it? Is it from
02.
02, correct. I was thinking of Wellington. It's like, that doesn't sound correct. And nor does my heading sound correct. Right, that's flat safe 1.
What's your airspeed currently?
100, dropping. I'm going to...
Okay, so I'm trying to gain on you slightly. So I'm going to have to configure for landing very late.
Right, yeah, we're fully viz. Full flats. $500 checked.
And I'm right up your chuff now as well.
Right, I'm not looking, unfortunately.
That's fine. I'm literally right on your tail.
Right,
But this is a little bit of formation flying from in the past that I've used to do. So I'm trying to practice what I barely remember.
Right, from figure to land, and I'm taking the right of the runway.
What's your airspeed?
We're at 80 knots.
Okay, lovely. That's good. I'm at 90, so that means I get to gain slightly on you. Good. And I'm back to 80. Got formation landing for you guys on the channel. Hope you're enjoying it.
Perfect.
There we go.
There we are, look at that, we're down. We're down?
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know if you can see me now. If you go to external view, you'll see how close I was.
Let me go camera, external. Oh yeah. Alright, let's back here. Very good fun that was, I got to say balls of fun.
It was alright, yeah. You see, if it was any other airfield, or if this was during the daylight hours in New Zealand, we probably wouldn't be able to do this in the sim. Well, at least on VATSIM anyway, probably wouldn't be able to get away with it.
Well, one can always ask.
Yeah. Well, I asked the other day if I could do for the go-around practice. Was it the go-around tutorial that I was doing? I asked Edinburgh Tower, and they basically said no. So I did it offline in the end, and I used Bristol.
Was it just being competent with go-arounds? So if he's tower, he should be taught how to do go-arounds.
Yeah, I think he just didn't want to authorise it, which is fair enough. Strobe off. There we go, lovely. And in we go.
So looking at you.
I'm glad you enjoyed that, Kev.
Where do you want to park? Here or further on?
Wherever you fancy, I'll just park next to you. I suppose you'll get visual on parking spots before me.
We'll just park here and then I'll just have a look at external and have a scout of the area. Do you want to park... We'll go continue on to the main tail.
Nice little practice for the group flight coming up in a few weeks anyway. Once we get to once I reach 500 subscribers, that'd be quite good. Then we'll be doing the same sort of thing across the Greek islands for anybody that would be interested in joining in. I'm planning the routes and things at the moment. I'm trying to sort of find some nice little Greek islands that we can use.
Chopping in here.
Yeah, I'll just follow you and we'll find a parking spot from there.
I'm thinking over by this like blue shed over here.
Yeah.
Give it a nice squiz around. you've got quite a wide territory. There we are. And after all this time, cut off.
Yeah, see if I can almost touch your wingtip. There we go. Can't get any closer without hitting it. And let's go.
Gorgeous.
Can't even see the fuel cut off. There we go.
Still cut on. Still cut on.
I'm gonna have a little look on that Pushback Express to see what we get on there actually.
You're gonna excuse for more.
Have I got the starter motor on again? No.
There you are. It's just fans. It's the G1000 fans. People there. Nice.
Oh, that's why. For some reason it clicked onto starter motor again.
Oh, okay.
Not sure why I get so many problems.
And stop recording and submit.
For your peer rep. 59 minutes, not too bad is it?
Not too bad at all, no. I got 58 minutes 25 flight duration.
Can have a little look on. Let's see, Pushback Express. I wonder if I can open doors and things using this. Baggage probably won't be able to be requested, and there's no door animation. That's a shame. Oh well, there we go, guys. That's going to be the end of the stream for today. We've done a little short hop from Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand, to Nelson on the very north tip of the southern island. So I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you who haven't already, make sure you click subscribe and join us on Discord as well. Be sure to join us for that group flight in the next sort of few weeks. Thanks to Callum for joining in as well.
Yes, thanks to you as well.
It was a good idea actually, doing something different for the day as well. Quite nice. Nice little formation flight as well. Especially the landing, that was quite fun. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you again very soon for another stream.
Yes, bye bye William and David and Kevin and everybody else.
That's it. Thanks for tuning in.